The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to How to Build Your Profile on Social with Artistry. My name's Donna Van Trier, and I'm the National Artistry Trainer, and I'm really excited to present this webinar for you tonight. It's an absolute fabulous webinar, and so I'm going to really enjoy presenting this for you. But before we get started, can I please have a show of hands who can actually hear my voice and who can see the screen? Terrific. Thanks, Cherry. Great to have you on board. Some regulars here, which is fantastic. So we got a great group with us tonight. So let's have a look how we're going to interact. If you haven't attended a webinar before, you'll see this on your screen. Now, we interact in the questions box. I've actually muted everyone so that we don't have any disturbance. You get a lot of feedback when people are on and unmute. So I put everyone on mute so that we can actually ask questions through the questions box. And then at the end, what I'll do is I'll finish the webinar and we'll answer those questions. So communicating with our customers has always been a really important aspect of your artistry business. Now, at a time when social distancing is recommended, how do we keep in touch with our customers and increase our customer base? And this is the question that everyone's asking. So in this webinar, you're going to learn how to become more confident with interacting on social media and with social selling. You're going to hear how social media has changed the way that we interact and changed the way that we do business. You're going to learn how to identify prospects and customers, and we'll talk about the importance of that, and discover ways to create your community on social and create engaging content. And this webinar is all about setting you up to learn more about your social media, setting you up so that you can actually, jump in and start experimenting and doing on social media. But we've got a lot of resources that I can point you in the right direction as well. Okay, so why social for business? Well, why do we need to be aware and active on social media? And why does social selling matter? Well, over 70% of millennials are influenced via social sharing. They're influenced by reviews and also influencers when they make beauty purchases versus traditional advertising. And if you're wondering what a millennial is, they're also known as Gen Y, and they consist of those born between 1982 and 2004. And a whopping 74% of consumers rely on social media to make a buying decision. That's huge. So what I'd like you to think about is how many people you can physically be in contact with each day. Now, this doesn't include your immediate family, but friends, colleagues, customers, and most of all, potential customers. And these are people that you haven't met and had any relationship with. So social media has changed the way that we interact, and it's changed the way that we actually do business. Now, the way that we're buying and selling is continually changing. And you've probably noticed how more and more people are buying and selling online than ever before. Brick and mortar stores are certainly not the only way that customers can shop today. They can continue to search for products online, which offer convenience as well as other benefits. And now in today's climate with lockdown, retail buying has become extremely important and convenient. So it's our job to stay ahead of this trend. Selling on social media outlets only continues to increase. It's our job to stay current with this trend. It's not going to go away, and it's become an expectation from our customers. So, how can social media benefit you? Well, you can use it wisely to be more engaged socially, to create a compelling lifestyle and a community that others want to be part of. You can link your Instagram page or product information to your personal website. You can use social media to gain a deeper understanding of customers and prospects, to provide more personalized interactions. And you can become a beauty influencer, a thought leader, or a credible person in your area of interest. And you can do this at any age. Now, social media will allow you to engage more regularly with your customers and prospects, something that you just can't do en masse physically. So social media provides a more efficient way to identify prospects and customers so that you can build and nurture important relationships and accelerate your sales cycle. Now, successful sales professionals use social to listen to relevant online conversations, seeking opportunities to engage potential customers. And this will help with, information as well. So this is going to build trust and familiarity towards an eventual business transaction. Social is a natural extension of selling beyond traditional sales in today's world. But you know what? It's all about connecting still with people. So it's just as important, but it's how we connect. So we need to find our communities. We need to find people who are like-minded. And we do this by, looking and seeing what other people are writing about and also engaging as well. So let's have a look at what people are actively doing with social. Now we know what the millennials are doing. What about you? Do you relate to this slide? So looking at the top 10 product research channels, the largest percentage of internet users are aged between 16 and 64, and they use search engines such as Google to research brands and products. Now, a whopping 35% will look for brand and product reviews on social media. From people like yourself who post about the amazing Artistry products. Therefore, an individual like you is now as credible as an academic or a technical person and far more credible than a CEO or government official. This is amazing, isn't it? So 50% of individuals like yourself are more believable than institutions. And a company's social media page is more believable than advertising. And to be quite honest, and I've said this before, if I look at an advert in a magazine showing an anti-aging product, the model often looks about 18. So who would I take more notice of? The advertisement or a social media post from a 40-plus-year-old woman with a personal testimonial on how fabulous her skin feels since using the product. So social media is everywhere. And the chances are your customers will also be engaged in at least two platforms of social media. And those two most popular platforms are Facebook and Instagram. That's what we're going to discuss today. So Australians are now spending more than half a day per week, that's 12 and a half hours, on Facebook alone. So now some outstanding stats. I love stats because they're really relevant. Now, I know that you're all familiar with the most popular platforms such as Facebook and Instagram. Maybe you don't know a great deal about them, but you know of them. Well, let me give you a few Facebook stats. There are currently about 2.5 million active users on Facebook. 85% of these users are 18 to 29. 84% are 30 to 49, and 62% of seniors aged 65 plus are using Facebook, and 72% aged around 50 to 64 are also engaged on Facebook. Now, 75% of Facebook users have an income more than $75,000 a year. And Facebook potential has a potential reach with advertising is 1.9 billion people. 100 million hours of video are watched on Facebook every day. And every 20 minutes, 1 million links are shared. Amazing, isn't it? Okay. So what about Instagram? Who's currently using Instagram on this webinar? Yeah, I bet a lot of you are. Now, ask yourself, do you use it more than Facebook or about equal? Yeah. So depending on your age, quite often we'll answer that question. So let's have a look at some of these Instagram stats. Instagram users will spend an average of 28 minutes a day on the platform in 2020. And statistics tell us that 35% of the global users are between 25 and 34. 70% of global enthusiasts use Instagram for product discovery. And 20 million Instagram users visit at least one business profile daily. So what are Instagram users doing during those, minutes that they're checking out Instagram? Well, a large portion of them are checking out business profiles. And what you want to ask yourself is, that one of mine? Are they visiting one of my profiles? 62% of people say that they've become more interested in a brand or a product after seeing it in Instagram stories. So that is now starting to give us, a huge potential reach, isn't it, that we have with social. And this is really exciting. So then what's the value of social selling? Well, identifying, building, nurturing relationships. And what do I mean by identifying? Well, successful sellers leverage social to listen to relevant online spaces and conversations. And then they seek the right opportunities to engage. So they're not, willy-nilly throwing out lots of posts and pictures and just being active. They're actually being really smart by listening to their followers and listening to the community that they're interested in and finding out what people are actually engaging in, so that you can actually engage with the right opportunities. So, as I said previously, social media has the potential to provide you with a wider reach of customers and prospects. Now, how many people can you reach physically in one day? You might think, well, I like to provide a personal hands-on approach with my customers. Well, today we're going to discuss how you can actually do this successfully, but reach a much wider audience. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have contact with your customers physically. Yes, of course, do your consultations, but, social is a whole new area altogether. Now, successful sales professionals use social to listen to relevant online conversations. Now, you'll agree with me in this. Never before were people so open and willing to talk about their true thoughts and feelings. As an IBO, take advantage of this. You can better understand your customers through what they're posting about. Now, seek opportunities to engage potential customers with help or information at just the right time. For example, it might be, before Christmas or holidays. I'm just pulling something out of the air here. So promote how Artistry prepares and keeps your skin looking fabulous, during the busy period. Or, how your makeup, you can keep your makeup looking, really hot and sizzling through the holiday season. Now, both your timing and the message will be something others can relate to, when you put information out there that your community is interested in. So let's have a look at a few more stats on the social reach of Artistry Studio. And I'm using Artistry Studio as an example throughout this webinar. So when Artistry launched the Artistry Studio New York edition, the influence on social gave it 5 times the sales of the 2017 Artistry collections. Now, the Artistry Studio official page on Instagram gained 9,000 followers in less than 30 days, and it has had over 500,000 views. Now, the goal of 3.5 engagement was set prior, and the reach was 10%. So the Artistry Studio brand has a higher buying rate with the under 35 market. And this is where we're targeted with Artistry Studio. Okay, so focusing, as I said, on Artistry Studio, many of your online community might be interested in makeup. So you can create a lifestyle and a community that others want to be part of. You can link your, personal website. I talk about sometimes the Artistry microsite. Well, that's down at the moment, unfortunately, but when it's up and running again, we can get link onto that. So you can gain a deeper understanding of customers and prospects to provide a more personalized interaction. Now, people are more likely to open up and talk about their likes and dislikes online than in person to someone, that at a meeting when they're first meeting them for the first time. So become a beauty influencer, a thought leader, or a credible person in your area of interest. And you can do this at any age. What's your interest? What's your reach? What sort of people are you wanting to talk to? And you don't have to be under 35 to do this. So you can use Artistry Studio and, know your product. Advise, tips, and application, and, and advice, and be seen as a credible person. So social media is going to help you engage more regularly with your customers and prospects. Have a think about what you do personally, and what you use your social media for today. Do you use it for your Amway business? Do you use it for another business that you own or are affiliated with? If you use it for your personal life, what do you typically like to post about? Who is typically responding to your posts? Family, friends, co-workers? Do you use it for purchases? So let's have a look at some strategy, because posting on social and potentially expanding your business is really exciting. But before we dive in, let's review how to create an effective strategy for your posts. And this webinar is just about whetting your appetite so that you want to learn more. So let me just show you 4 words that will guide you as you develop your own personal strategy. And these 4 words you'll see on the screen there. We're starting with context. Now think about what's the greater lifestyle that you'd like to portray through social. And this goes beyond just posting pictures of product, that you like. It's about showing your audience. What do you want to show them? So, if you see a picture of something that's lovely, what's going to make you stop and really want to interact? What's inviting? So the second is content. Creating compelling content is really essential to building a following on social. So the third is community. Now, what communities would complement the lifestyle that you're focused on? What group of people would be receptive to the products that you have? What communities could you get involved in that would teach you how to create good community? And what are the leading communities that you can learn from? And the fourth and the last is commerce. And this shouldn't be the focus of your efforts. If it is, it will be really obvious and potentially turn people away. So after you've created a compelling lifestyle, curated content and tapped in to the right communities, the hope is that this will lead to a sale as you're influencing others. So, but really, don't be surprised if this process takes a long time. It can be hard to get noticed first up on social media as you start to connect. Now, did you know that the average person scrolls through 300 feet of mobile content every day? And that's equivalent to the size of the Statue of Liberty. Now, if you're anything like me, I do scroll. Yeah. I sit there, there's so much, that gets posted, and, you just scroll, 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 scroll. And then all of a sudden something jumps out and makes you want to stop and read it or play it or whatever it is. Something grabs your attention. Yeah. So how do we get our customers to stop scrolling and engaging in our content? Well, it's really simple. What we're going to do is we're going to follow the 4C framework that I just introduced you to. So let's go back to it. So the 4C framework for social content is broken down into 4 compartments: create context, create compelling content, create community-based calls to action, and connect to commerce. And the order of these is really important. The first thing that you need to think about is your lifestyle. Who would be attracted to this? How big is this market? Is this something I can genuinely post about as it's consistent with my interests? Now, context fills in the blanks, and it gives the reader meaning and understanding of what you're trying to communicate. Rather than just post a picture, what do you want to communicate about that picture? What's it say? What's it say about you? Do other people relate to what you're saying? Yep. So what are you wanting the reader to know rather than just see an image? Yeah. Starting to think now? So content is king. Then what we're going to do is we're going to focus on creating compelling content that resonates with your audience. Now think about creating compelling pictures and words that tie together. Now this doesn't always come easy, so take the time to think about different options for the same post. And one thing that they say to us is don't post the same content on Facebook that you're posting on Instagram. Change it up a little bit. If you want to use the same image, fine, but use the wording or what you're expressing, make it a little bit different. So your content should be transparent, should be fun. Content needn't just tick the boxes, okay? It should be created just outside the box. You're now starting to give your audience a reason to want to interact. So let me just give you a quick example. Our fabulous Hydra-V, I'm doing a mental blank there, isn't it dreadful? Hydra-V. So just posting a picture of Hydra-V, what's that say? It doesn't say anything but scroll, scroll, scroll. It's not going to stop anyone, is it, from actually interacting? So what about if we put, some a little bit of scribe in there? Monday mornings are always better after my daily cleansing ritual. What does your daily cleansing ritual look like? Comment below or tag me for your chance to, feature. Just an example. So you can do all sorts of things, but give someone or give your audience a reason to want to connect with you. So you'll remember that post with intention. Yeah. Have a look at what other brands, other influencers are doing with their content. This can be the first part of your homework. Go on to Instagram, go onto Facebook, look at other, maybe, influencers, that you are following. What are they doing? How do they do it? And I'm not saying, copy them, but, find out how they actually express themselves. How is it relatable to you? Is it conversational? Is it candid? Without, as I said, directly copying their content, please don't do that. Use ideas. There's some great stuff out there to, give you some inspiration. Okay, now videos. Did you know that 4 out of 5 consumers believe that a demo video is helpful? I totally believe that. Now, the Amway ANZ YouTube channel is updated regularly. Subscribe to the Amway YouTube channel to stay up to date with what's out there. Great videos that Jess Phillips has done for us. So, use those videos. Hey, who knows how to do the best eyebrow? See what makeup artist Jess Phillips, tells us. So there's lots of reasons that people will want to stop, especially when it's something like eyebrows, which are really sort of an in topic at the moment. And how do you do your eyebrows? It's the best way to do your eyebrows. So people will stop and they'll look at it. So community and following and engaging in prominent communities is a great way to show your connection to your passions, as well as find other people who are just as passionate. Yep. So think about what's your community. Are they more focused on makeup, skincare, trends in fashion, or all of the above? With Artistry Studio, for example, we can focus and cover content relating to makeup. For example, Artistry Studio, skincare. Skin concerns and problems work really hand to hand with makeup, don't they? Fabulous skin, fabulous makeup, right? So trends and fashion. Artistry Studio follows the latest makeup trends and colors, and this follows, of course, trend in fashion. And also, don't forget that, create posts from questions and concerns. It all goes back to connection, engaging, and understanding your target audience. Interact with the artistry content that you see online. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Now, this could be other artistry bloggers, for example. Like their content if you find it relevant, but please, under no circumstance should your comments ever be negative, no matter who it is that's posting. So here's some examples of the Artistry Instagram page that you can see the visual of there. You can repost images from Artistry Instagram. So follow and tag, show your friends our products or what you're doing with Artistry. And it's always, engaging. So if you want to create interest, grab attention, and educate, well, deliver your content effectively. Often posts that we create on Facebook don't get any response, and we want to create engagement as well as interest. And I often would get this, statement from a lot of IBOs, Donna, I'm forever putting things on Facebook or Instagram, and I never get any interaction. So I went to our comms department. I said, what can you sort of advise on this? And they said, well, are they asking for engagement? And I said, well, I don't know. So they said, well, look, unless you actually ask for engagement, no one will actually want to engage. So create interest. For example, want to try a new makeup look? Download the free Artistry virtual beauty app and create a new fun look. Heaps of fun. Yeah. Picture of the beauty app. Create engagement. Having fun with the free Artistry visual beauty app. Fabulous new Artistry studio makeup. Do you like my new look? What do you think? Once again, asking for engagement. And then we have, of course, we can introduce Facebook Live. Do a live demo or conduct an online party. That's heaps of fun. And of course, when you're conducting online parties, don't invite everyone on your Facebook list to your online party. Select a few people and invite them. Then they'll feel special. They'll feel included rather than, oh, I'm just being tagged in. So invite customers to buy the product and then run a tutorial online. But, we can't actually sort of use, buy this now, but you can actually invite people to the product by introducing the product, running a tutorial, and then, please direct message me, if you want to know more about the product or if you want to know where you can get this product from. So you can have heaps and heaps of fun with social. So social community is all about engaging and nurturing. So what group of people would be receptive to the products that you've got? What communities could you get involved with in that you can that can teach you how to create a really good community? What are the leading communities that you can learn from? So in other words, who are you following, that you can actually pick up little tips and tricks as well. So spend some time on this. Most of us have got some time up our hands now. So take the advantage to research and learn. And lastly, be patient about creating sales. It might not come overnight, but in time, creating the right content, you'll be able to build a business using social. And don't forget, DM or DM, if no one knows what DM is, direct message me for more information. Okay, so that's inviting people to get in contact with you so that you can have a conversation offline. So let's just revisit and pull all this together. Give context to the products that you're selling. The best performing content looks authentic. Success in social media requires a strong and sustainable community for increased sales. But don't solely focus on sales. If your context, content, and community are in place, the sales will follow. Have natural conversations with others. Be engaged, be authentic, and be really enthusiastic. And most of all, have fun. So when we talk social selling, you really need to be active on Instagram. So Instagram is an excellent platform to promote your artistry business. Now, if you haven't done so already, you need to set up an Instagram account. And then, please, if you're going to be talking artistry and making a business of this on social, you'll need to convert it then to a business account. It's really dead easy. Now, this is going to be also part of your homework for today's webinar. So just follow, the prompts. So open the Apple or the app or the Play Store, to download Instagram. Search, Instagram and download the app. When it's downloaded, just open up Instagram and then sort of follow the prompts. At the bottom of the screen, click sign up. Click sign up with either your phone or email. And then you can choose whether you'd like to sign up with your phone number or email and fill in the information, and then click on next. Okay, so enter your full name and the password that you'd like to use. Click change username and fill in. And this is going to be what people are going to see when they search for you, okay, and follow you. And they're going to follow your business using this name. Just follow those prompts. Add a profile picture, and this should be a nice picture of, your face, if you want to use your face, of course. Click save, and then follow some friends of your choice. Then click done. How easy is that, eh? You're all set up for Instagram. But then we're going to switch to a business profile. So click the profile icon in the lower right corner. Press the settings button located to the right of edit profile. Scroll down to switch to business profile. Press continue. And then just click on convert existing account. Skip connect to Facebook unless you'd like to do it there and then. Choose your category and press next. And we recommend that you click on beauty, personal care. Fill in your phone number. Select, sorry, I'm just going to follow this here. Select change contact options and then add your email address. And then you're all ready to go with your business profile, posting your photos, sharing the fabulous artistry visuals that we all have available. And then you're going to have heaps and heaps of fun, engaging. So before I finish off, I just want to go over the importance of the Artistry Virtual Beauty app, because this is a great tool to use, especially on Instagram. So, we've got the Virtual Beauty app. It's a great conversation starter for social content. The Artistry Virtual Beauty app lets you try on makeup products before you buy them. And if you haven't downloaded the app, please do so and have a play with it. So you can also get a personalized skincare assessment and track your skin's health. With just a click, you can add your favorite products to your cart and purchase. Or, you can, have a conversation with your online customers and just say, look, download the app, heaps and heaps of fun. Direct message me or share with me your results, and then we'll have a great conversation. So you can have all sorts of things on your post about the Artistry Virtual Beauty app, and you can set up great consultations, through direct message, offline, just through posting with the Visual Beauty app. Okay, so you're going to have fun creating your own makeup looks in real time using the Makeup Cam. You can play with the colors, the new collection, the Tokyo collection, for your face, for your eyes, eyebrows, lips, to find the perfect look for every occasion. You can even try, foundation colors. Now, you can save the looks that you've created. You can share them with friends on social, or even your customers can share on social as well. So as I said, it's perfect for Instagram. And for skin analysis, using a photo of your face, the app can analyze your skin's health. So you take a photo of your face on the app, it shows your skin's age, and it provides you with a personalized skincare suggestion based on your results and preferences and the questionnaire as well. Now, the app allows you to share the results on social or email and messaging. And this is a great way of actually having an online consultation with your customers as well. When we can't use the Artistry Skin Analyzer, we can actually use the Artistry Virtual Beauty app as a way of connecting. So it's a perfect opportunity for continuing an offline conversation. So there's so much information online at your and content at your fingertips, and you'll find it all on the Amway website. Of course, you need to be an IBO, you need to log in to get all this fabulous information. So go investigating. You'll find under About Amway, you'll find information on social, on digital. So there's some great information on there. Artistry Instagram, you'll find some great visuals on Artistry Instagram, visuals that you can actually share and share on your own Instagram page. So, there's some fabulous visuals that have already been posted. So, repost and use that beautiful content that we have. And of course, with the Artistry Studio, we have our passionistas, and they have, posted great pictures of some of the makeup that they've done, what products that they've used, and we can actually interact with them as well and get the look. So with training, if you go to eLearning, so go to education on the main bar, click on eLearning, you'll find some fantastic resources for you to continue your journey and learn more about social media. So the first one I'd really love you to have a look at and connect is Sell Through Social Media. Now, these modules have fabulous information, and also when you've finished doing the modules, you can actually do the quiz and get a certificate of achievement. And what I love about these is you can go back to them as well and revisit these modules. But if you haven't noticed, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, it was yesterday, we actually popped up a new training resource. These are 6 very short videos on social media education. And it's an introduction to personal branding. They're really great little videos. How to portray yourself online, how to shoot optimal video using your phone, how to set up a Facebook Live video, how to set up an IGTV channel and publish your first video, knowing the right analytics to track the success of your social business. And as I've said, they're really short, but they're really extremely valuable. So please take the time to watch these. Each video is only about 3 to 4 minutes, so they're so easy to watch. So I'm going to set homework for you today. You're going to go, oh no, not homework, but it's fun, So watch these videos, complete the Sell Through Social Media modules, and revisit and review the Amway Digital Communication Standards. And you'll find that under social. Okay. Now, when you actually go to the website, go to About Amway and just click on social, and you'll find the digital communication standards there. And of course, the other part is to set up your Instagram page and then convert that to business Instagram page. So please do that as well. So I really hope you've enjoyed this webinar. If you've got any questions that you'd like to ask me, please interact with beautyadvice@artistry.com. If I haven't got the answer, I'll find it for you and send you the information. So Have fun with your artistry business. Have fun on social. And I say fun because it is all about interacting and having fun. So I'm going to stop the recording now and we're going to answer any questions.